Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of I Open the Thing, which I've opened this thing before, but it was on one of my Christmas videos, well, Christmas themed videos, and so I decided, since I had another, why not open it separately? It is the Magic the Gathering mystery box. Ooh. Other people have opened this, and the one person I've watched open it, both of his had returned to Ravnica. The one I opened last time had returned to Ravnica. So I'm testing my theory to see if it's still returned to Ravnica, which it probably is. But I didn't play during that era, so cards I don't have. There are 6 boosters in here, one from Kaladesh, 1 Eldritch Moon, 1 Shadows, 1 Oath, 1 Battle for Zendikar, and 1 mystery one from modern Magic the Gathering history. Ooh, and a spin down life counter. And it costs $24.98 at my Wal-Mart. So, which is cheaper than boosters, not MSRP obviously, but Wal-Mart, who gets their stuff put up by MJ Holding, who sets the price and everything, sets it to per booster 20 cents over. So, yeah, or 19. So $4.18 a booster. 6 boosters is a little over $25, I believe. Yeah, like $25.08 or something, I don't know. So, you save 10 cents or so, maybe 20, I don't know, buying this mystery box. And then you get a spin down life counter too, without having to buy a fat pack for like $3 over MSRP. And you only get 4 less booster packs. Or 3? Is it 9 or 10 now? I don't know. But today, let us see. I have a feeling it is Return to Ravnica, by the way, people. Go over there, box. Let's see what spin down die we got. Yay! Eldritch Moon! I was hoping to get an Eldritch Moon one. So I picked out the right one, at least. I like Eldritch Moon. I just didn't get a chance to get the fat pack. And now all my local Walmart has is Kaladesh. Except for this mystery box. They have Kaladesh Deck Builder and fat pack and boosters. That's it, other than the Planeswalker decks and this mystery box, which there's like 1 or 2 left. Let's see. And it's Return to Ravnica. Surprise! Not really. Just picking out the order I want to do these in. I'm going to start with Kaladesh because I'm tired of seeing it, to tell you the truth. Which, I mean, the art is beautiful and everything. But as y'all know, recently I've been doing a lot of Kaladesh because it's new. I'm finally getting burnt out on it, apparently. Look. Okay. It didn't want to open. I had to get violent with it. Oh hey! This proves it's part of the second printing instead of the first printing, because the first one they forgot to put these in. Woo! And then I think my other pack didn't have an energy token, so it was from the first printing, I guess. I don't know. But energy token! Ooh. If anyone got extra Pokemon energy they want to send me, I will totally use those for energy tokens. Because I ain't buying enough packs to have enough energy tokens. Which, we're skipping the commons with this pack. We'll probably skip all the commons except for Ravnica. Because I haven't opened 50 billion of those on the channel. Okay, uncommon time. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Furious Reprisal. Mountain and 3. It deals 2 damage to each of 2 target creatures and or players. Nice art. Nice art. Let me put this over here. Era of Innovation, which is plains are not blue. Island and 1. Whenever an artifact or artificer I still don't know how to say that. Enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, you get 2 energy counters. Pay 6, I think. Sacrifice Arrow of Innovation and draw 3 cards. Next one's Gear Shift Ace, which is planes in 1. It has first strike. Whenever it crews a vehicle, that vehicle gains first strike until end of turn, and it is a 2/1. And our rare is Depala Pilot Exemplar, which costs planes, mountain, and 1. Other dwarves you control get +1/+1. Each vehicle you control gets +1/+1 as long as it's a creature. And whenever Depala Pilot Exemplar becomes tapped, you may pay X. If you do, reveal the top X cards of your library, put all dwarf and vehicle cards from among them into your hand, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And then we get Built to Last. A planes. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's an artifact creature, it gains indestructible until end of turn. And it's a shiny, which I'm going to put off to the side to put in a sleeve later. Yeah. So now, I guess, Battle for Zendikar. Which that one, I will totally show you the land in, because I believe these are full arts. So think in like the fat packs, or why does this look like it's been screwed with? Do you see this? Do you see that little hole there? Makes me paranoid that this has been messed with. Let's see how far the hole goes. Could just be a bad seal. Okay, I think it's just I'm used to the seal being like at the edge. Whatever. Who cares? Look! I didn't have to rip it for once. Yay me. And like always, skipping the comments, skipping the comments, skipping. And by skipping, I mean glancing at the comments. So our first uncommon is Turn Against, Mountain in 4, Devoid. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. Next one is Sylvan Scrying. It's Forest in 1. Search your library for a land card, reveal it, then put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Our next uncommon is Malakir Familiar. Swamp in 2. Flying and Death Touch. Whenever you gain life, Malakir Familiar gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and it's a 2/1. Our rare is Aligned Hedron Network, which costs 4. When Aligned Hedron Network enters the battlefield, exile all creatures with power 5 or greater until Aligned Hedron Network leaves the battlefield. Be good control right there. And then a pretty full art mountain. And Eldrazi token. And next on our list of boosters is Oath of the Gatewatch. Ooh, beautiful. Also comes with full art land. I love full art lands because they are so pretty and I like them. That works. See. Skip in the comments, skip in the comments, skip. Skip the commons, skip the commons, skip the commons. There's the uncommon. First uncommon is Immolating Glare. Costs planes in 1. Destroy target attacking creature. Next one's Essence Depleter. Swamp in 2. It's devoid and pay 1 and then colorless. Target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That symbol represents colorless mana. Woohoo! And it's a 2/3. Our next uncommon is Joraga Auxiliary, and it costs plains, forest, and 1. You can pay plains, forest, and 4, support 2, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures. And it's a 2/3. Our rare is Matter Reshaper. It costs 2 and a colorless. When Matter Reshaper dies, reveal the top card of your library. You may put that card onto the battlefield if it's a permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. And it's a 3/2. I like how they all drowsy look in this. And we have a foil. It is Walker of the Waste. It costs a colorless and 4. It has trample, and it gets +1/+1 for each land you control named Waste. Which I don't think I have any of those. So, yeah. Might get 1 or 2 eventually. I didn't. Sorry, I don't feel like I showed off the shiny part enough. You go over there with that other shiny. Full Art Mountain. Core Ally Token. And now, for a more recent set, Shadows over Innistrad. Yeah, kind of like Shadows, okay. Straight up. Skipping the comments yet again. Skipping the comments yet again. Bet you're so shocked. We're skipping the comments, but now we're to uncommon cards. Our first one's Cult of the Waxing Moon, which costs forest and 4. Whenever a permanent you control transforms into a non-human creature, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. I like it. It's a 5/4. Our next one is Pour Over the Pages, which costs 2 islands and 3. Draw 3 cards, untap up to 2 lands, and then discard a card. Our next uncommon is Paranoid Parish Blade, and it costs plains and 2. It has Delirium, and it gets +1 and has first strike in that case, and it's a 3/2. Our rare is Odric Lunarch Marshal, which costs plains and 3. At the beginning of each combat, creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn if a creature you control has first strike. The same is true for Flying, Death Touch, Double Strike, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Skulk, Trample, and Vigilance. Oh, I like this card. And it's a 3/3, by the way. I think it's a good card. If you couldn't tell. Need to make a deck with it. Just make sure everything has everything. I mean, heck, even if just one has Death Touch, that would still be good. And our flip card is Aberrant Researcher. Aberrant. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to English. It costs island and 3. Flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. If it's an instant or sorcery card, transform Aberrant, what? I can't say it. Researcher. It starts as a 3/2. And when transformed, it becomes Perfected Form. And it has flying and is a 5/4. 4. And it looks like something out of my nightmares. Yay! And then flip card, you know. Human soldier token. And now for Ultraman, which is one of my more recent favorites, because, why not? Oh, come on. Yes, thank you. I found the way to open those easily, apparently, for me at least. Okay, you know the drill. And our first uncommon is Peace of Mind, Planes in 1. Pay Planes. Discard a card, you gain 3 life. And if you know you don't need the card, why not do it? Next uncommon is Nebelgast Herald. Island in 2, Flash, Flying. Whenever it or another spirit enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature an opponent controls, and it's a 2/1. Our last uncommon is Weaver of Lightning. It costs Mountain in 2, and it has Reach. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Weaver of Lightning deals 1 damage to target creature an opponent controls, and it is a 1/4, and it costs Mountain in 2. Our rare is Lupine Prototype, and it costs 2. It can't attack or block unless a player has no cards in hand. It's a 5/5. Not big on it. Our flip card is Vilden Pack Outcast, which costs mountains in 4. It has Trample. If you pay a mountain, it gets +1, -1 until end of turn. If you pay 2 mountains in 5, you transform it. It starts as a 4/4. And then when you transform it, it becomes Drone Pack Kindred. It has Trample, and if you pay 1, it gets +1 attack until end of turn. And it's a 5/7. And there's the flip card, obviously. And Devil Creature token. See, this next booster pack, though, I'm going to go through the commons because I've never done Ravnica before, either version. And it's Return to Ravnica, by the way. So, I thought I found a way to open it, but apparently not. Ah, there we go. Just didn't want to rip from the end I was coming from, so. Our first one is Cancel, which costs 2 islands and 1, and counter target spell. Next card is Bellows Lizard, Mountain. Pay Mountain in 1, it gets +1 power until end of turn. I still want to call it attack because everyone knows what you're talking about anyway. Golgari Longlegs, which costs its hybrid mana, 2 swamps or forest, however you want to do it, and 3, and it's a 5/4. Our next one is Search Warrant, which costs a plains and an island. Target player reveals his or her hand. You gain life equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. Nah. Stonefair Crocodile, which costs Forest in 2. You pay Swamp in 2, it gains lifelink until end of turn. And it's a 3/2. Dagger Drome Imp, which costs Swamp in 1. It has Flying and Lifelink and is a 1/1. Doorkeeper, Island in 1. It's a defender. You can play Island in 2 and tap. Target player puts the top X cards of his or her library onto his or her graveyard, where X is the number of creatures with defender you control. Which in my case would probably just be like this one. But hey, 1 card is better than nothing. Next card is Rakdos Guildgate. It enters the battlefield tap, and you can tap it to add swamp or mountain to your mana pool. Axebane Guardian, which costs Forest in 2. It's Defender. Tap it, add X mana and any combination of colors to your mana pool, where X is the number of creatures with Defender you control. Apparently that's a thing in Ravnica. It's 0-3. Sorry. And now to our uncommons. Tavern Swindler. Swamp in 1. Tap. Play 3 life. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, you gain 6 life. And it's a 2-2. Our next uncommon is Skymark Rock. I promise I know English. Island, plains, and 2. Flying. Whenever it attacks, you may return target creature with defending player controls with toughness 2 or less to its owner's hand. And it's a 3-3. Our next uncommon is Tablet of the Guilds. Costs 2. As Tablet of the Guilds enters the battlefield, choose 2 colors. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's at least one of the chosen colors, you gain 1 life for each of the chosen colors it is. Our rare is Grave Betrayal, which costs 2 swamps and 5. Whenever a creature you don't control dies, return to the battlefield under your control with an additional +1/+1 counter on it at the beginning of the next end step. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Not a bad card in my opinion. And then there's this. And a mountain. And we have a full common. Ooh, I like how this looks. Anyway, Paralyzing Grasp, Island in 2. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Well, you know, I think, considering that if the only place you can buy is Wal-Mart, or your local game store costs more, like the local game store I can go to, that's an hour away, which isn't local, but you know what I mean. They charge like over 10 cents more than Walmart does. So, if that's your choices, you might want to buy this box, because all but the one mystery that isn't a mystery pack is in standard right now. Which means you want to play standard, you can play standard. You want to play modern? That mystery pack can also be used, because, hey, standard is still legal in modern. Though, if you want to play a standard deck, why not play standard, But, anyway, I think it's worth the money unless if your local game store, or wherever you go, be it Amazon.com or whatever, sells it for MSRP or less. Or if you buy a big booster box. Whatever. Because those are definitely going to be cheaper than buying that many boosters from Walmart. It's up to you, really, to decide. I just go by how much it costs per pack. And if you can get it cheaper per pack for somewhere else, and then avoid the packs you don't want, like, I don't need any more Kaladesh. So if I can get one without Kaladesh with another Eldritch Moon instead, yeah. But you get my point, right? It's worth the money if you want the things in it. Because the things separately cost more. Because a lot of people on like Amazon and stuff want to sell spin down dies from these fat packs for $5 alone. So if you go with that, you're getting a booster pack for free. If you go with that as the cost in the box. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. if you buy one of these, let me know if you get Return of Ravnica 2. Because I think that's all that's in all of these, at least currently. I mean, maybe eventually they'll do another one, like when the next set comes out, and shove the next set in it, Aether Revolt, and then, like, drop Battle for Zendikar. I don't know. Or maybe they'll have an extra booster and raise the price. I don't know. But anyway, tell me what you get in these. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!